Okay, so I'm gonna record this session so we know in detail the progress of Rust learning or learning Rust. So I think the first thing we need to do is installing the tooling, the appropriate tooling. And I think you can do that at your own operational system, which is either Windows or Linux. I think that supports, it might be supporting a Mac OS, I guess. So I already have the tooling. Rust C, which is Rust compiler. Pretty much like Java, if you come from the Java world, you have Java C, which is Java compiler. And Rust C, you can actually turn this main RS, which is the Rust file, into a binary file. So the other tooling that you need is Cargo, which is the package manager for Rust. So I also have that thing. So there you go. I have most of these tools up to date. I think you can actually also type Cargo help to see what commands are available for you. Cool. So the next step is to create a project. So to create a project is simply say Cargo. As you just saw, Cargo help give us a bunch of commands, and you can use Cargo new to actually initialize a project. So you create a new Cargo package. You need to create a new Cargo package in existing directory. There are a couple of other options as well. So we're gonna be typing Cargo new, and then Rust review. That's the name of the project. There you go. So now we're gonna be inside of the project and open a VS Code. So the basic Rust project structure is just like a source folder with the main file, which is the main entry point of the application instead of the main function, and also a Cargo TOML file, which is the main configuration file from Rust. And here is the result of this particular folder. Here is the result of the compilation of the project. So now if I start trying some commands like Cargo check, it just checks if the code is running okay without any issue. And then if I type Cargo run, it also checks before running, executing the project. I could also, you can see that when I run Cargo, it builds the project within the target folder. So this is a transitory folder. So which means that if I delete this folder, it should be fine, because this folder is going to be created every time. So there you go. So it's a transitory folder. So one thing I usually like to do is, I'm planning actually to build a scripting section for Cargo. I don't know if it has already, but I'm looking for it. And the idea is, I don't remember most of these commands, right? And what I'm doing right now is just initializing a temporary package from npm, as I do have npm, as you can see here, and I can get rid of all these sections here. I don't need any of these things. The only thing I need is the script sections, which I can actually create my, you know, commands from Cargo. I think it would be like a useful thing to have on for Cargo, to be honest, because you can chain commands. You don't need to memorize them, right? So for instance, let's say I want to just check, right, if the code is okay. You can just say cargo check, and you might be wondering why I have to remember npm rather than cargo. Well, if you're constantly switching between tools, it's very effective, so I don't have to change your mentality of memorizing commands. Another thing is that you can actually chain commands, right? That you don't have to memorize as well. For instance, I can run this on dev. Let's say my dev is going to be start, and my start is going to be cargo run. It's just one line, right? Also, I can build this, and I can build this as a release version, and also I can generate the documentation, which is gonna be cargo doc. Yeah, I think this is good. Looks good. I think open, that's the name of the command. So now I don't have to memorize any of this stuff, right? Cool. I think the first part, it's really done. It's just about getting familiarized with the process of creating a project, executing that project. That's fine. So now we can use actually npm to run our application. There you go. It doesn't matter the tooling that you use, as long as you're efficient and fast.